Hey YouTube, this is Southern Purple One. I want to show you a product that I received in the mail. I paid nothing for this product and I'm getting paid nothing to do the review. But I am a fan of emergency essentials. If you see my videos, you know that. I have a lot of their number 10 cans in my long-term pantry. I bought a lot of products from Emergency Essentials, so it's a good company. I want to show you this. This is a 2-week survival in a pail. Food, water, warmth. There's about 2,017 calories per day. So basically enough food for one person for 2 weeks or 2 people for 1 week. Let me start off with the filter they provide. The quality of the tubing and the bags are excellent. No problems with that. They got great instructions. They have a nice little bag to carry everything. And it's very similar to the Sawyer. This must be their brand. The only negative about this is it only has a capacity to filter 80 gallons of water. The Sawyers, I think, are like 100,000. So that's a big negative in my book. They could have put a better quality filter in here. It might have cost a few dollars more. But the bags they provided and the other stuff is top quality. So one little negative, I wish they would have put either a Sawyer in there or something that can do more than 80 gallons. They do have some easy comfort food. Just add water and eat. I like that, especially in a survival situation. A bucket that's designed to survival in a pail, grab and go. Essential. Moving over here, they do have some banana chips in there, sweetened. Those are excellent. I've eaten a lot of this food before. I know the quality. These 3 containers have bags that can be ripped open and resealed with the Ziploc on there. The other ones don't. And I think that's a huge negative. The reason is some of these things have like 8 servings, 8 servings, 8 servings. There's some with 10 servings. And I think that's a lot. And you can't really seal it. If I'm trying to survive, yeah, I might want to have 2 or 3 servings one day. But what am I going to do with the rest? There's no way to reseal this. They don't include a Ziploc bag. So I would include a Ziploc bag just to fix that problem. Let's look at some of this food. I actually cooked some up because I was a little concerned with the size of the pot. If you wanted to cook it all, there's some that you have to add 10 cups of water. And this is only an 8.5 cup pot. So you'd have definitely a difficulty trying to do that. It all wouldn't fit in the pot. So you definitely have to have the ability to only cook partial. The problem is, how are you going to determine how much dry product and how much water to put in? Because it's not really clear. I mean, it does say serving size 1/3 cup dry, which makes about a 3/4 cup prepared. So you're gonna have to do some math because the whole thing needs 6 cups, but there's 8 servings. I wish they would put that a little bit better on the package, and I wish they would include at least a cup. This is a measuring cup, 1 cup. Something like this added to this product will make it a lot easier, and have it on the instructions where this much water per this much servings. It would help. So this right here, I believe, is I made half a bag. This is hearty vegetable chicken flavored soup, and it tastes great. There's nothing wrong with it. Now, it's not a steak dinner, but in a survival situation, it's definitely helpful. It was easy for me because I used a big measuring cup from in the house and divided the package exactly in half. But if you had to just divide this out in the field, it'd be very difficult, and I don't know if you could get an accurate amount. So this is done. It tastes great. Really, there's just a lot of products in here that you normally would eat. There's rice, macaroni. Excellent. So what I did was I only made half a bag, so I put in a Ziploc bag. It needs to have Ziploc bags, or it needs to have these things that are resealable. I don't look at this food as something to grab and go, because let's look on the package. This right here, you got to bring the water to a boil. It took me about 8 minutes using this little stove, and these I used exactly 1/2 of the fire disc to bring it to a boil and to cook it for 20 minutes. For me, it took about 30 minutes, about 8 minutes to boil the 5 cups of water, and then about 20 minutes to final cook it. So you're looking at about 30 minutes. So I only got a half a disc for one meal, and they only give you 3 discs, so that's technically 6 meals. That's 2 days. If this is supposed to be 2 weeks, in a survival situation, you don't know this information, you're going to have a little bit of problem. So you need to augment another way to cook this. You could probably go with 1/3 of one of these discs and stretch it to 3 days with a little practice. The stove worked fine. I cut it in quarters and added the quarter, got it boiling, then I add the other quarter, and a half was plenty to do it. It gives off a lot of soot though, as you can see the black on the bottom. So it's also going to take some water to clean this and to get everything clean. It doesn't come with a spoon, a very big negative. You grab this and go, you don't even have a spoon to stir with. So I would recommend a plastic spoon. I would recommend a cup. That way if you have 2 people, at least 2 people can eat at the same time. And this would be vital for measuring all this material out. I wish it had a little bit of toilet paper in here, because it's not a complete survival kit, but a few little things added to this would definitely help. The food tasted great. I'm a big fan of their food. It's not a steak dinner, but it'll definitely keep you alive. But I wish they would have done a little bit differently. There's a lot of products out there where you can just add hot water directly to the pouch, let it sit for 8-9 minutes, and then eat out of the pouch. For me, that would make more sense than these, because to cook some of these things, I think I also need to cook for 25 minutes. It's using a lot of fuel, and it's taking a lot of time. It's 30 minutes to make my meal, where if I had something typically like another product, a Mountain House, I could probably get 2 cups of water boiling in about 4 minutes easily. I could then use a lot less fuel and it would go farther. So a few negatives, a few positives. This, I think, is designed for the person that is not going to do anything. Maybe you have a loved one that's not going to prep, not going to put forth any time. This is something you could get them and they would have something in an emergency. I think if you had one more bucket and you could augment it with a few other things, this kit could definitely be the difference between life and death in a survival situation. I'm going to include the link down. I think they're actually all sold out because of the demand for products. So check them out. But overall, Emergency Essentials is a good company and you won't go wrong ordering from them. Thanks for watching.